Welcome back to our post-game live show as Blackhawks come away with a 61-43 win over Union Grove. Joining me now is Blackhawk junior guard Carson Baker. Ended the game with 9 points. Carson, thanks for joining me today. And boy, you guys had a nice lead at halftime, and then you come out and make that incredible acrobatic shot. Really kind of fueled you guys going into the second half.
Yeah, we basically talked over. We didn't execute our plays very well in the first half. So we were talking about execution in the locker room, and we got to get things going. We got to wake up and get ready to go in the second half.
Well, you definitely did that again. I think you guys kind of went on a 16-2 run between the first and the second half, and it's not easy to do it when you don't have like the students out there or the parents out there, especially like I said, that acrobatic play that you had for that 3-point contest. Really would have gotten the fans jumping on their feet, and this would have been a really rocking place. How hard is it playing without that fan support for you guys to kind of feed off of?
It felt very weird at the first game, but then we started getting used to it, and we were starting to get more bench energy, trying to get loud and take over the atmosphere so we can get more energy on the court and play very good.
This is one of those things. As a football player, multi-sport athlete, you weren't able to play football in the fall. You will be playing it here in a few weeks, as it's going to end up being. But can you talk a little bit as an athlete what this season has been like, as the high and lows of not being able to play football, not sure about basketball. Now you can play basketball, but with some restrictions. Just kind of talk a little bit about how you as an athlete have kind of handled that.
I just got ready. Over quarantine, I was doing all these workouts by myself with my dad and stuff. And our season was 50-50, I just kept on working out and getting ready for the season, even if it wasn't going to go on.
Yeah. And again, pretty soon now it'll be nice that you'll get that kind of fan support, at least with the parents being able to be here.
Yep.
Students still can't be here, but hopefully one day that'll be the case, because I know Blackhawks have one of the best student supports around.
Mm-hmm. I love our student section when it comes to home games. They bring a lot of atmosphere and they bring a lot of energy on the court.
Sounds good, Carson. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, that was Carson Baker, the 5'8" junior guard. Had 9 points here in that win. Again, as we mentioned, had that great kind of 3-point play to start the second half that really kind of energized the Blackhawks into a nice start for the second half. And now joining me is Blackhawk head coach Mike Hintz. And Coach, after we talked against the first time we played Reedsburg, we talked about the defense. And again, I thought this was a Union Grove team that averaged 58 points a game. They got 43 points, but really for the 3 quarters of the game, your defense really held this team in check.
Yeah, we talked about, we just looked at their averages and their film, and we made it very clear that if we can take 33 and 21 out of the game, we felt really comfortable about our chances. I thought Logan, Jack, Eli did a tremendous job on him. He's averaging 17 coming in this game. For him to get 3, and really his 3 was when the game was decided, was a testament to them. I thought what people won't talk about is Drew and Gray's help side defense, and Cade. We were able to clog some things up, some things that they've been hurting people off. When they take those guys away, we clean that all up. The thing that's concerning is all the offensive rebounds we gave up. So we talk about doing all that. It's just we got to get better at that fast. We can be a great defensive team, but if we can't reward ourselves and finish plays off, the teams that have more than 2 scores they're gonna make us hurt.
Yeah, and you talked about Logan doing a great job defensively on Tyson Skalecki. He was the player that averaged 17, and again, we've seen him be able to score, but that defensive effort, that was something honestly that I hadn't seen from him, where he was really just a shutdown defensive player. But then on top of it, he also did it offensively. 9 first half points on his way to 10 points, which ties a career high.
Yeah, he's for those that have watched Logan play and know, in the summer when he plays with his AAU team, he was a defensive player for them. He's always been an outside scorer for his whole career. So to watch him do those 2 things tonight, hopefully it grows his confidence, because he's got some special skills, and Jack's the same way. So, in the past when we were on ice defense, we were trying to lock people down, we really had troubles with teams that had 6'4" or taller. with Jack and Logan, and even Eli after what he did, I feel we have a really huge advantage with those guys, and they fit so well in their offense with Drew. So there was just a lot of positive things tonight that we will grow off of. We just got, the offensive rebounds and the early turnovers. As a coach, you want a perfect game, and you don't get it. But those are concerning because we're working so hard, and we're just giving them easy points. So got to get that fixed.
And finally, how as a coach do you prepare your squad? This is kind of a weird time of year where you have Christmas and Christmas Eve with no practices after coming off of that delayed start. Now you had a couple of days where you couldn't practice because of the holidays. Short turnaround before your next game and a short turnaround for the third game in a week.
Well, I think this is the year. We scheduled this knowing we had a lot of experience coming back. Gray 4 years, Carson 3, Cade 3, Drew has played a lot of basketball in the last 2 years. Logan and Jack have played a ton of basketball. Jackson's been around since we've started this transition. And Andrew's the Energizer Bunny. So with those guys, it's not so much, it's more walkthrough, a lot of shooting, taking care, harping on taking care of the basketball. We've seen everything in the last 3 years system-wise, so we just talk about how we're going to defend it. So these guys have really done a good job of taking care of their bodies. That's key. So we're actually going to go hit the pool right now and go through our tournament protocol and get their legs taken care of. But it's really film. The quarantine sucked, but it was really good for us because we took advantage, did a lot of mental stuff, and I believe that has benefited us tremendously. We're doing film with each other. The players are helping one another out, and the film clips that I'm getting, these guys are invested, and it makes our jobs easier. But that comes back to experience. We could not have had a schedule like this, 2 years ago. Last year we might have got through it, but it's just a testament for them growing through the process, and this is what we promised them. We're going to get you games. I don't know what the year is going to be like, but we're going to find you games, and we're going to reward you.
Well, sounds good, and we'll talk to you Saturday. And if you had to put money on who would win the cannonball contest, I'm guessing it's Drew.
Yeah, Drew's got that thing locked up. We got to probably get insurance coverage before we let him do that.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach, for joining us. Good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Again, that was Blackhawk head coach, and for John Collins and his staff here at the Fort Atkinson High School, glad to have you along for our post-game show where Fort Atkinson was victorious once again, 61-43. I'm Brock Ketterman. Have a great night, great afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon.